learned in this subject the importance and the role of the teacher in the classroom, and I learned also the in-depth study and process of the curriculum. In my own understanding, curriculum sets standards, goals, and methods for teacher to follow and apply it in the classroom. For a successful learning process, curriculum should be effectively well planned, designed, implemented, and evaluated. Developing curriculum, it should have foundations that influences and reflects the implementation of the curriculum. As a teacher who has a great responsibility in implementing the curriculum, I should be always ready and prepared for the curriculum change. Changes is necessary as curriculum is an ongoing process that changes in accordance of the relevance of time and forces. It is important for the future teachers to understand deeply the approaches to the curriculum design. As a future teacher, knowing the approaches will help me have a good flow of classroom routines and discussions. Approaches in curriculum design. The child-centered approach. This approach is the preferred and used approach in this learner's generation. If I will use this approach in the future, I should make my activities revolve around the learners, and the learner's development is my main goal. Second, the subject-centered approach. The main focus is the subject matter and absorbing the contents and body of the knowledge to the learner's mind. Lastly, the problem-centered approach. This approach processes the mind of the learners by making them solve real-life problems. These approaches are important to learn, and in the future, I will make sure to use the approach that is appropriate for the learning and that is effective in the learner's learning process. That teacher and the curriculum subject made me realize that being a teacher is a heavy responsibility. It is not all about what to teach, but it is also how to teach and what are the effective strategies in teaching despite the changes that occur in the curriculum. Indeed, being a teacher, you should be flexible and you know how to cope up with the changes.
The word curriculist described a person who is a curriculum specialist. So a person who is involved in curriculum knowing, planning, writing, innovating, initiating, implementing, and evaluating may be designated as a curriculist. If curriculum is equated as content, then the focus will be the body of knowledge to be transmitted to students using appropriate teaching methods. Curriculum as a process is seen as a scheme about the practice of teaching. Curriculum product is expressed in the form of outcomes which are referred to as the achieved learning outcomes meant. Planning. So you need to consider your vision, mission, and goals in school, and then all of these will eventually be translated to classroom desired learning outcomes for the learners. Curriculum designing is the way curriculum is conceptualized to include the selection and organization of content. So curriculum implementing is putting into actions the plan, which is based on the curriculum design in the classroom setting of the learning environment. And then lastly is the curriculum evaluating. It determines the extent to which the desired outcomes have been achieved. It should be developmental in a sense that it should develop multiple perspectives, increase integration, and make learning autonomous, create a climate of openness and trust, and appreciate and affirm strengths of the teacher. For curriculum implementation to succeed, it should be participatory, especially because other stakeholders like peers, school leaders, parents, and curriculum specialists are necessary. And lastly, supportive curriculum implementation is required in the process of change. Material support like supplies, equipment, and conductive learning environment like classrooms and laboratories should be made available. Curriculum takes a lot of patience. You have to be creative. You have to think outside of the box. You have to create something that is worth something. So curriculum designing is a very risky, it is very critical, and we should not take advantage of it. So we have to promote inclusion when we create curriculum, not just for the students who are in the normal classroom, not just for the students who are in the special classroom. We have to make and create a curriculum where we can accommodate everyone.
Hi everyone! So in this video, I will share to you what I have learned in the lessons in this subject and how I can relate it in one of the things I love, which is doing makeup. But first, let's have a quick review. What is curriculum and what is curriculum development?
Curriculum is an overall experience of a learner in an educational setting that is set and implemented by the teacher or a facilitator. Curriculum development has a process. Number 1 is curriculum planning. Curriculum planning considers the school vision, mission, and goals. These also includes philosophy or strong belief of the school. Second is curriculum designing. Selection and organization of content, learning experiences or activities, procedures, and resources are conceptualized. Third is curriculum implementing. It is putting action the plan based on the design, where the teacher is the facilitator and involves the activities and experiences of learners. The last is the curriculum evaluating. This procedure is ongoing and determines the extent to which the desired outcomes have been achieved or where accommodation can be made.
So how is this curriculum development process related in doing makeup?
The makeup artist represents as the teacher. The model will be the learner. As the makeup artist, you need to prepare all the materials needed. These materials will be used to reach your target look. Next is designing. Together with the model, you select what will be the makeup. You decide what shades will be appropriate to the model. You will now put into action what you have planned and decided on the design process. It's time to evaluate what you did.
Magandang dilag, puso ko yung nabihag. Wala nang ninanais, ligaya.
Let's pinpoint where improvement can be made.
So that's it guys. I hope you have learned something from this video. Thank